Yeah, I spent a lot of time, months, walking around the city, researching shops, and also because I had a background in fashion journalism as well, I was doing some writing here as well, so I was learning about different designers and shops. Yeah, I grew up in York, went to school there, and then I studied in Edinburgh University in Scotland. I studied English literature and French. When I finished my studies, I decided to go to China, to Shanghai. I've always really enjoyed travelling, and I'd never been to that part of the world before, and I've always been fascinated by it. So originally I was supposed to go just for 3 months to Shanghai, and then I ended up staying 5 years in Shanghai. Crazy city. And there I was working as a fashion journalist mainly. I worked for various magazines and some guidebooks as well, and then I also had my own fashion magazine supplement for the China Daily, which was the national English language newspaper there. So I got to do lots of fun things, interview lots of designers, go to lots of fun fashion events. It was a really good experience. So I arrived in Buenos Aires about 3.5 years ago. I was still doing some freelance writings, but I'd always wanted to have my own business, and so I decided to set up my own personal shopping business. Partly because, first and foremost because I like shopping. My friends always used to tell me that I have a knack for finding good things, good shops. So I decided to set up about 2 years ago. I set up Shop Hop. And just took it from there. So I'm very flexible. It totally depends on what they're looking for. And there's also a trend here now in the last year or so. It's a real emerging trend of private showrooms. There's a lot of kind of designers here now. It's so expensive for them to rent, retail space. So instead they have private showrooms and apartments or studios, and that's where you can find some of the best stuff in the city, I think. And someone that can give them some advice on what to buy or what to wear, that can recommend the best stuff. Particularly, when it comes to shopping for clothes and fashion, I think people appreciate some advice, knowing what colours, what kind of styles to go with what. And it's all about, chatting to them, looking at them, depending on... a lot of personal style is about, reflecting your personality, and it's a very, individual personal thing, but it's based on, their colours, their features, their figure and that kind of stuff. And then also a little bit on what's in fashion, as well. So trying to combine the two things, but encouraging people to be a little bit more adventurous maybe with their look, but then, something that really suits them and that they feel comfortable in too. So expressing yourself, to me it's kind of like an art form where I think it's about finding your own style, and that can be, picking out some, very nice designer pieces, but then also combining it with some high street pieces or vintage pieces or whatever. It's about finding your own personal. I like working with people, meeting different people, that kind of thing. It's never the same thing every time. So I think it helps with your confidence. I think it helps you feel more confident. I think it helps you get to know yourself, and it's a way of reflecting you and who you are and your character and who you want to be. So I think it can help people feel comfortable in their clothes, and they're going to feel confident. Look, I don't really have a specific kind of style that I always go for. I like to find new, different things. I like to wear bright colours. I'm not necessarily interested in, the latest luxury fashion brand. I think it's nice to spend money on a few special pieces, but then I also think you can combine it with, something that you might find in a high street shop or the vintage market. I like to try new things. I think I've got an eye for what looks good on people, and I've got an eye for quality. I can pick out, good quality things. I like spending time with people. I like meeting new people. I guess I'm quite a people's person, so I think that's important too. You need to, if you're going to take someone, spend the day with someone shopping, you need to be able to get on with them, and they need to feel comfortable with you as well, and so that's also important, I think. I think a lot of people like kind of companionship too. Well, with Xpatlife, I'm going to be offering fun shopping experiences, so showing the ladies of the city, some of these private exclusive showrooms, you know, where the best shopping is to be had in the city. You know, help them find some great outfits for all the fun Xpatlife parties. Yeah, I mean, eventually I'd like to start offering stuff in Brasilia. I'd like to target the Brazilian market. Through Xpatlife, I'm going to be working on creating lots of fun, unique fashion events as well, combining kind of fashion, dinner, drinks, and that kind of stuff. So, fashion is, you know, it's a lifestyle as well. It's not just about what clothes you wear. I'm quite an enthusiastic, positive person, quite friendly and open, so I think people find it quite easy to chat to me.
And to make you...
I guess I love to party too. I like to have fun, so that comes into it too.